Hey friends, it's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I'm going to just paint a canvas today. I have all these pretty colors that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Royal Violet, that's Apple Barrel, then Apple Barrel Petunia Purple, Crafters Collection Magenta Haze, Deco Art Spice Pumpkin, Crafters Collection Amber Clay, and the Apple Barrel Golden Yellow. Okay, so as you can see, I don't really care about the brand. I'm just using acrylics, and we're gonna make a fun little painting. And I wanted to tell you guys I'm in a YouTube collab, the Fall Frenzy YouTube collab. Leah is our host with Make All the Things with me, and the co-host is Cory with Creative Roots Art Studio. And I'm going to put a graphic in here so you can see that. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a little dab of purple to start with. We're just going to do this, okay? We're going to do a dab of purple. These kind of paintings are really fun. I know you guys have seen me do this before. So you always want to start with your lightest shade, because as you start brushing, you're going to go up, and you don't want to start with your dark and come down because it won't blend right. So we're going to start with the yellow, and we're just going to brush across the bottom, and we're going to just go up, and it's going to grab that next paint color, and then we're going to grab that Spice Pumpkin. I think I need to get my brush a little bit wet here. Hope I don't mess it up. Just keep blending that. Oops, I think I did. We'll go back in a minute. And just keep going up and blending those colors in. Got some of my pink mixed up there in the purple, but it still looks pretty cool. What I'm going to do though is I need to get the edge as well. What I'm going to do is turn off the video, and I'll come back in a few when I get my sides all painted and everything is completely finished with my background here, and then we will stencil on this canvas. Okay friends, I'm back, and as you see, I got my background done. I was going to do some white sprinkles in the background, but since we are using purple in these crafts, I'm going to use some watered down purple. I have just a little bit of purple here on this little tray. And I'm going to put some purple sprinkles on it. Hopefully it'll look okay. We'll just see. So I'm going to practice over here to get the excess off of my paintbrush, and then we're just going to sprinkle on our canvas. Just some little splatters. Also, one thing that is good about splatters, it helps you hide flaws too. So if you have little flaws, you can just throw some snow or some splatters on it and just hide them that way. I made a cute stencil for this one. We are using sunflowers in this collab. So I made a stencil with a sunflower on it. It's going to be really cute. Alrighty. Just make sure you offload and just stencil like normal, like you normally would. It's a little bit flimsy when you're stenciling on the canvas like this, because the canvas has a little bit of give in it, so you just go slow, take your time, and it will work out. Again, I want to thank Leah for Make All the Things with me for hosting, and Cory with Creative Roots Art Studio for being the co-host of this collab. There is a playlist that will be linked in the description, and you can check that out as well. Off camera, I did a second coat. So let's pull this off and see what we need, because I know I need to cross the bridges. We'll see how we did though. I think that looks really sweet. I like it a lot. What do you guys think? You can let me know in the comments what you think. Let's get these bridges. Let's get these bridges crossed really quickly, and then we'll be done with this one. I actually, I don't paint on canvases all the time, but I will probably just take my Minwax and the brush and just seal over the paint with the Minwax and not do anything really special to seal it. I think that'll be plenty. I have a little fly flying around in here that is driving me crazy. Get out of here. Okay, so this font is a little bit thin. I don't want to mess it up. These little makeup brushes work really good for these thin bridges. You all know I like to cross my bridges. Super simple, but you wouldn't have to do a background like this. You could paint it on a board or do whatever you want. I think that that is really cute and such a cute message too. What do you guys think? I think it's really sweet. Okay, so that's project number 1. Now on to our next one. Okay, friends, we are back and we're gonna make a cute little sign. So I just am using the Waverly plaster chalk paint, and I'm just going to do a simple coat of paint over it, but I'm going to try to stay away from the edges. So I'm going to just kind of brush inward. Okay, I'm going to set my board over here to the side, and I'm going to work on my flower. So what I've done here, first of all, I took this and I traced around on some cardstock. So I just took fabric and Mod Podged it onto the little pieces of cardstock that I cut out. So that's all that I use the wood biscuit for. And I didn't want to just use a bunch of these wood biscuits, so I thought I'll just make a bunch and prep them, and that's all I did. I just cut them out of some cardstock. So what I'm going to do is take this little round here, and I'm going to build my sunflower on this round. I want to make sure, because this is all the petals that I made, so I want to make sure I have enough. So now that we have that right there, we're going to glue it down. I think that'll look cute on our sign. So I'm just going to use some hot glue and glue it down. And I'm going to wax a little bit as I go to grungy this up some. Now we're going to start with the next row, and we're going to go in a little bit and just glue the next row in. Going to keep rotating them, and I'll just overlap a little bit, and I think that'll look cute. Okay, so now I've got to go back with my sealing wax again and just wax on this layer. But the dark wax will just dirty it up a little bit more. Okay, so there we have our little grubby sunflower. I think it's cute, but we need the center of it. So what I'm going to do is take this little wooden round, and it's cracked. And so I have this little swatch of fabric, Just going to trace around my wood round. And then just cut that out. And it's funny, this little piece of fabric looks like what the center of a sunflower would look like if you needed to craft a sunflower. It couldn't be more perfect because it's brown and it just has the right kind of design on it. So I was like, I think that will work out good. Perfect. And let me grab some Mod Podge. I think that's going to look great. And then we'll just glue that in the middle of our flower. A big glob of glue right in the middle of our flower here to hold it down. All right, we have our sunflower for our sign. Super cute. Okay, I'm gonna put it to the side and I'm going to grab my little sander and clean up these edges. Okay, so I have some beads here and I thought it would be cute to put some beads on the hanger. Remember, you want an even amount of beads so your nail will hang in the middle. Make a little loop on this side. There we go. I am using rebar wire. You can find that in the construction section of most home improvement stores. It's for, they use it when they're pouring cement, so you can get it in a big roll. I like to use that. Go ahead and put my hanger in here. We have a cute hanger. Then our sunflower can go here. I'm going to use a stencil that says Harvest Blessings. We'll just put it over here. You can always tape your stencil down. You don't have to hold it down like I do. The paint dries pretty quickly and it usually doesn't smear. But if you're not confident, make sure that you tape your stencil down. This is a stencil that I have that's in a set of 6 fall stencils. And they're the perfect size for small crafts or blocks, that type of thing. All right. So we're going to add some florals somewhere. I'm going to add a couple of jingle blocks because my flower is going to be sticking off there just a little bit. That way I can just put the flower right on top like that. Just glue the flower right to the jingle blocks. Just like that. I gotta clean it up just a little bit here because don't want it to be, I don't want the Spanish moss to just be overwhelming. You know what I mean? Just, it's there for a filler, but I don't want it to completely cover up the flowers and all that. I think that's pretty cute. I'm Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you give the video a thumbs up, and please be sure to check out the playlist where all the other creators are making really cute projects with sunflowers. I can't wait to see everything that everybody's making, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.